Alright, so we've got a two-part question. A bag contains 140 marbles. Some are red, the rest are black. There are 19 marbles for every black marble. How many red marbles are in the bag? Now, this question lends itself perfectly to a tape diagram. So there are 19 red for every black marble. So that's 19 to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 1. And so that's a total of 20. And so 140 divided by 20 is 7. So every one of these is worth 7. And so that means 7 black and 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 85, 92, 99, 106, 113, 120, 127, 133. So 133 red. And so explain your reasoning. The ratio is 19 to 1. So every box is worth 7. 7 times 19 is 133. And so that's if you use a tape diagram. Now, let's say you use a table. Wrong thing. If you use a table, red, black, 19, 1, 38, 2, 19 and 19 is 38, and another 19 is 48, 57, and another 19 is 6, 76, 95, 4, 114, and so 7 and 133. use the table starting with the ratio of 19:1 and you'd also need, a total column, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. And found that when there are 140 marbles, there are 133 red and 7 black. And then, of course, there's the number lines. $60, $80, $100, $120, and $140. And the explanation would be similar. Use the triple number line, etc. Okay, for number 9. Lynn rode her bike 4 miles in 12 minutes. She rode at a constant speed. Complete the table to show the time it took her to travel different distances at this speed. Now it says drag your answer to the correct spot because there's going to be multiple choices here. And so you've got to, choose the correct one. So to get from 4 to 1, we divide by 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. Now, to get from 12 to 1, we divide by 12. So 4 divided by 12 is 1/3. And so we want the fraction 1/3. And that's the answer that goes there. It's a fraction. Okay, because 4 divided by 12 becomes a fraction, and we reduce it. Okay, for question 10, multiple parts. To make orange fizz, Noah mixes 3 scoops of powder with 5 cups of water. Andre mixes 6 scoops of powder with 8 cups of water. So it said you'll be told to use the drawing tools below to create a double number line or a table that shows the different amounts of powder that tastes the same as Noah's mixture. So it specifically says table or double number line. So if you do a table, powder, water, and so Noah is 3 and 5. And so that would be 1 and 5 divided by 3 is 1. .6. And then maybe 6 and 10. If you do the number line, or rather, since instead of 6 and 10, since 8 and 5 both go into 40, I would say 40. 8 times 5 is 40, so 8 times 3 is 24. Then, if you do the number line, powder, water, three, 5, 6, 10, 9, 15, and I would go up to 40 on the water. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And so that would be 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Now, there's a reason that I'm making sure to get this and this on the table. For the number line, there's a reason I'm making sure to get the 40 on there. So the number line, you're going to want more. The table can be a little less. Okay, so same thing here, powder, water, and so it says 6 and 8. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 8 divided by 6 is 1, with 2 left over. Goes into there 3 times, so 1.3. And again, we said 40, so that's times 5, and so that's 30. Now, again, over here, powder. I know I spelled that wrong. And so that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So you only have to do one of these for each one. You don't have to do both. Now for part C, how do the two mixtures compare in taste? Explain your reasoning. Now the reason that I said you wanted to get them to here or here is so that you have equal units. So 1 powder for 1.6 water, 24 powder for 40 water, 30 powder for 40 water, 1 for 1.3. This says, so because there's more powder for the same amount of water, or the same amount of powder but less water, we can say Andres will be stronger since he uses more powder with the same amount of water. Or we could have said, since he uses less water with the same amount of powder. Either one is fine, as long as you actually showed it in your table. And now for our last question. A chef makes 5 containers of soup that fill a total of 120 bowls. Each container of soup costs $30 to make. What is the cost per bowl for the soup? Well, 5 containers makes 120 bowls. So 1 container, so we do 120 divided by 5. Well, 5 goes into 12 2 times. And so 1 container makes 24 bowls. Now, each container is $30. So we do 30 divided by, as I start to write the wrong number, 30 divided by 24. So 30 divided by 24. 24 goes into 30 once with 6 left over. Bring down the 0. 24 goes into there 2 times. That's 48 with 12 left over. Bring down the 0. And well, we just said 24 times 5 is 120. So that's $1.25 per bowl. And that's our answer.